Hey guys, it's me again. Ignore the crazy hair. I just got out of the shower. I went for a run this morning. It was really hot. But anyways, I decided to go ahead and make myself something to eat. So I heated up a sweet potato. I actually heated up two, that way I can eat one for later or tomorrow, whatever I feel like. But anyways, what was I talking about in the last video? Oh yes, so I know a lot of y'all might be wondering, but I graduated in 2017 like I said, and I did take my TEXES EC-6 content exam in 2018 right after graduation, and I passed 4 out of the 5 content areas. So I passed ELA, science, art, and math, but I did not pass social studies. So since I didn't pass social studies, I had to wait another, I think it is 45 days to schedule another test. So in the meantime, I decided just to go ahead and start substituting at my local elementaries, and that was fun. I was able to substitute and study on the side, but in high school I was pretty smart. I would say I would get really good grades, so I never really had to study. I guess I was never that challenged enough. So when I got to college, I had that problem of not knowing how to study. So when it came down to my test, I figured, I never really had to study that hard, so maybe I should just try and take it the first time with what I already know. So that's what I did, and surprisingly I passed 4 of them. But like I said, social studies, it has never been my strong suit, so I knew it was going to give me a problem. But yeah, so I decided to go ahead and take the test again after I studied some more of the social studies part. But lo and behold, when I got to my second test attempt, the test was totally different from the first one. So everything I was studying for the stuff that was on the first test. And when I went to the second test, I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew some of the things, but for the most part, I knew I wasn't going to pass. And that was kind of tough, to say the least. So of course they make you wait a couple of days. I think it's like 2 or 3 days to get your results. Like I said, I already had known that I wasn't going to pass. So when I got my results, I saw and it said failed, and oh my gosh, as soon as I saw that, I was done. I didn't want to do it anymore. I gave up. But then as I kept substituting, and then I think it was June. Yeah, June is whenever the school year ended. So I decided to go ahead and apply to work during summer school. So I worked summer school as an assistant for a 5th grade class, which was very interesting. But yeah, and then after summer school ended like at the end of June. So after summer school ended, I was like, you know what, school's over, I'm not working right now, so let me just go ahead and study and sign up for another test. So I studied and studied and studied, but like I said, I have 2 kids at home, so it was hard to just motivate myself to study. So I studied whenever I had time, honestly. Like I said, I never really knew how to study. Guess you can say I never learned how to study. So it was real hard for me to stay motivated. But then when I signed up for my test, it was my 4th attempt. And I think, no, my 3rd attempt, I'm sorry. It was my 3rd attempt. And once again, I knew that the test was going to be different each time I took it. So instead of studying for what was on that 1st or 2nd test, I just studied everything as much as I could. Yeah, so I think I used 240 tutoring and then certified teacher also, but certified teacher didn't help too much because the practice tests were the exact same. So all I was doing was memorizing instead of actually learning the stuff. So yeah, that didn't help. I failed it again. Now, after failing it 3 times, I was just done. Like I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna try this anymore. This is just pointless. I don't know, I'm never gonna pass it. So I took the rest of the year off from work, the rest of the school year off from work. I didn't work. I stayed home with my kids. And then it was in 2019, I was like, you know what, I think it's time I should take my tests again. It would be the 4th time. So I decided to go ahead and study again. Study. And this time I tried to study a little bit more. But like I said, 2 kids at home, they constantly need me, and they're little. They were little. They were 4 and 6, and they needed my attention all the time. So I tried to study a little bit more. I was like, you know what, if I don't pass this time, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anyways, turns out I took it again, and nope, didn't pass for the 4th time. And you only get 5 chances. So after the 4th time, I was like, you know what, this is not working. Whatever I'm using to study isn't working. I need to throw everything away and start from scratch. So I decided to go ahead and apply for a Head Start teacher. You didn't have to be certified, so I thought, why not? The pay was good. It was better than not getting paid at all and staying home being bored. So I decided to do that, and I got hired. I got hired in August of 2019. Worked all that school year. Finished the school year in June, and I told myself, you know what, this is my 5th time, my 5th attempt, my last attempt. I need to do it during the summer. So I decided to go ahead and buy a course, the Social Studies EC-6 course on Udemy, udemy.com. And let me tell you, those videos were awesome. I wish I would have done this a lot sooner. So I used that. I wrote down notes. I quizzed myself with index cards. Had my husband quiz me. I dedicated to this test, to studying. I knew it was my last attempt. I wasn't gonna get another one. I mean, I could apply for the waiver. They have a waiver for a 6th attempt, but I gave myself up to 5 chances. I knew this was my last chance. So I joined a Facebook group, the TEXES EC-6 Facebook group, and also the TEXES EC-6 Social Studies group. And I noticed a lot of the tests, they have 5 different versions of the test. So when someone would say they were on their 5th attempt and they took the test, they would write down the questions that they remembered, and they put them on Facebook for other people to study. So I figured, well, why not? This is my 5th attempt. And some girl had put all these different topics that were on her test. So that was the day before I was going to take the test. So luckily I saw it just in time. I wrote down all of those things. I studied them. And I'm more of a, if I study over and over and over and over and over for a long time, I kind of just forget. I need to study like right before my test so it's fresh. So that's what I did. I took the test, and when I was taking the test, I noticed that I got a lot of those questions that girl had posted, and she had passed, so I knew her answers were correct. So that's what I did. I remembered those answers, took my test, felt good about it. Was real anxious though because I had to wait. I think I had to wait like 3 days to get my results. And then when I got them, I saw that I passed, and how I was so happy. So happy. It was my last chance and I passed, and I never have to take it again. So thank God. And then from there, I was like, you know what? Let me just take my other test, the PPR, since that one was easier. So I went ahead and scheduled that one for the following week. I did study a little bit, very little. I mean, I took practice tests, different practice tests here and there. And then I kept passing all of them. So I was like, you know what? I think I know this for the most part. Let me just go ahead and go in with what I know. So I took it. And then on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, I got the score. I passed, and I was ecstatic. Now I applied for certification, but I do need to get my fingerprints done. And once I get my fingerprints done, then I can go ahead and have my certificate. And that'll be amazing when I finally do. Unfortunately, the fingerprinting place didn't have an appointment sooner. So my appointment isn't until the 25th, I think. Yeah, the 25th of August. So once I get all that done, I already started applying for schools at my local districts, but I know it'll be better that I have my actual certificate. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, something lands in my lap, somebody calls me, and I can go ahead and start working. But for now, I'll enjoy this time of staying home with my girls and helping them with their online schoolwork. It'll be like I'm kind of, their teacher. So yeah, that's kind of like the update. I'm sorry if it's a little bit long. But anyways, if you like this video and you want more videos of anything else, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Bye.